what happened that day. Thank you, Nadia Illustrations, for Nadia's Illustrations for your question. She was talking about when I mentioned that before coming to Shanghai, I got fired from my job in Philippines, and so that was my last job before. So the transition is a bit funny. So anyway, I'm gonna talk about that day that I got fired. So that time I was doing all sorts of stuff. When you're doing small business, you're not really earning that much right away, and they said you have to wait 1 to 2 years before your business really blows off. So I knew that money is hard, so I had to find a job, a regular paying job, right? This doesn't pay that much, but at least I thought I can buy my fashion books every month because I love reading fashion books, and it's quite expensive. So, see my priorities in my 20s. So I did that. And when I was interviewed for this job by the president of the company, the dad, the father, uh, he's managing it with his two sons. But I mentioned to the father that I have an upcoming trip like a month or two later to Hong Kong with my other company, and I just had to help them source the fabrics because I designed their children's wear collection. It's not a direct competitor to them, um, and anyway, our this new company it's a different style, so I don't think they're competing. So anyway, he's fine with that, and he said okay. So I went to work every day. I have some friends there, but since I'm barely new, I don't have as much friends. And so that time, it was around 5 p.m. I told the son, who is also my manager, that, oh, I don't know if your dad has told you that, but next week I will be gone because I had to go on a trip. And I told him this like 2 months ago. And the son said, oh, okay, but please call before you come back. I said, call? What do you mean by call? Make a phone call. You couldn't enter the office directly. I said, but I have things on my desk, on my office desk. I need them, and I don't want to ask for your permission to take them because they're mine. So if I'm not allowed to enter the building, I need to take them with me. And then he said, then take them with you. So he's not very clear at that moment, and I said, what's going on? And he said, just make a call. He's a little bit like irritated with me, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm not having this nonsense. So, and anyway, he's not the head of the company, he's just the son, right? So I run. I don't know why I run to the dad's office, which is downstairs, and he ran after me, the son ran after me too. But I don't know. So actually, when I imagine this, I keep laughing, like, how can I run? And then I run, and then when I got to the dad's office, I said, sir, what's going on? Your son is telling me that I couldn't go on I couldn't enter the company when I came back from Hong Kong. What's going on? And then I heard his son's voice said, Dad, don't listen to her, don't listen to her. I'm like, oh my god, are we 8? Why is this happening? And then the dad said, like, asked him to leave, and he said, I'm gonna talk to Maris, okay? By the way, just a side note, I think that if you're close to the head, people under them, whether they're children, the other managers, they get jealous, and they couldn't take it. I have this similar experience in another company in Paris, and now I know, don't be close to anybody. They just get jealous. But I don't know, I guess my personality, my energy, I get close to the close by that I mean I'm not like, I say what I think. This is what I meant by close, okay? So anyway, I told the dad what's wrong, and then the dad told me, I don't know why my children doesn't like you. They told me that you're not focused on a job, you're always on your phone. I said, that's not true. And that day, it was my birthday. I was reading messages. I'm like, to be fair, the way that I talk, I don't think it was so professional either. But anyway, I don't think I deserve to be fired. So he said, I'm sorry, just to keep the peace, I will have to let you go. I'm really sorry. I couldn't convince my children otherwise. I said, okay, I have nothing to do. But 1 month later, by the way, this same dad offered me a job in his other company, which makes, I think, baby clothes. And he said his sons are not handling that company, it was purely his. So it means I'm not that bad of a designer because he still wanted to hire me, right? But I respectfully said, no, I'm sorry, I don't want to cause any trouble. I don't want people there to hear that I was fired from your other company, and I don't think that would be an easy life for me. So anyway, while I was packing my things, by the way, I had so many things, so I hope I learned from this experience not to overfill my desk with so many things. The most important for me are my fashion books. I have a lot of fashion books because I love them, and some of them were from France. So I'm like, I'm not gonna leave my French books here. So there's that. I think I had like two bags, two grocery bags worth of things, and my ex-boyfriend that time wasn't even that supportive. Like, stop crying, this is nothing. Try to get fired on the same day and see how it feels, you know. So anyway, by the way, guys, those red flag guys, ditch them, you know. Like, if you can tell already they don't support you on the get-go, they're not worth it. Okay, so anyway, as I was packing, I remember I was crying so hard alone, and my work friend, I called her, and she said, "Oh, that's life." That's the only thing she said. Oh my god. And so this guy who I don't even talk that much with, he was the only one left. I think we were only like 3 to 4 people left that time, and I was packing my bags. He consoled me and said, "Maris, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna go in a better place." I'm like, what better place? I just lost my job, you know. That time I'm really not expecting that I would get a job offer in Shanghai because I was busy with my work. I was doing this full-time job, yes, and then I was doing this freelance, so I had no time to apply or even dream about going to another country for a job. So that really came as a surprise, you know. So when this happened, I'm like, I was just crying, and then later, when I am already in Shanghai, I already confirmed that that it was not a scam, that I'm really hired there. I'm like, oh, so this is why I got fired from that job. This is why, you know. So as they said, rejection sometimes is redirection. I kind of believe that because I feel like if I was still working there, then what could have happened, right? So anyway, I hope this inspired some people, or I don't know, gave you hope. If you just got fired today, maybe it's for the best. Anyway, bon weekend, au revoir.